Right, so hi everyone, welcome. Thanks for joining. My name is Gary Taylor, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to connect two separate networks together via service keys. This is part of the ongoing series of Megaport Live Tech Drop-ins. We spent more than a decade building a truly massive global network across over 930 data centers, 410 service providers, and 26 countries. We've deployed kit in sites around the globe, physically interconnected those sites, then established NNIs with hundreds of service providers, including the hyperscalers like AWS, Azure, Google, and Oracle. Over the top of that network, we've deployed a custom software layer that gives you complete control of the network using our web portal or via Terraform or API. This map is representative of the network we've built, but of course doesn't include every POP or every underlying physical route. To give you an idea of the scope of Megaport today, let's get my cursor, there we are. We have under 3,000 customers, over 30,000 services live, and we have coverage in over 930 data centers. I'll do a quick overview of the connectivity options that are available. On the left, we have hybrid cloud. Here you connect your infrastructure, so your physical co-location rack, to Megaport via a cross connect, and capacity of this Megaport here is from 1 gig to 100 gig. And then from there, you obviously have up to 100 VLANs or VXCs as we call it, and you connect to various services like public cloud providers. In the middle, we then have cross cloud, and this is where you spin up a virtual router, and that handles traffic between two or more clouds. So we give you very high performance, low latency, low cost cloud to cloud connectivity. And then on the right, we have virtual POPs. This is on-demand network function virtualization, so NFV. Here you can deploy SD-WAN gateways, virtual routers, and virtual firewalls in just minutes in real time in over 90 locations globally. And in the demo, I'll show you how easy it is to connect ports, MCRs, which is our cross-cloud layer 3 device, and MVEs, which is our virtual POP service, to each other using service keys. And now over to the service keys, and I'll show you how they're used to connect in separate networks via the Megaport ecosystem. It really is quite simple. On the number one here, we create a service key in the Megaport portal that's either for a port, an MCR, so a Megaport Cloud Router, or the MVE. You then send that service key to the other user. They then choose connection in the portal, and then they enter the service key, and a connection is then created back to your device and then back to your network. And that is it. It literally 1 minute and is done. And with that, I'm going to jump into the portal and I'll show you how quickly and easy it is to connect to other Megaport users. So just go off that. I'm going to jump into Safari. This is our channel account. It's used for our partners where they can actually build child accounts and for their end users as part of the standard partner channel model. What I've done here, I've built a virtual edge. It's Palo Alto VM series. So it's a firewall. I've put it in Madrid and there's a 20 meg internet connection as well. And if we quickly look at the dashboard, this just is a nice high level overview of all the services that we have deployed. As you can see, in this account, we have Madrid and a colleague of mine has built something on the East Coast of the US. What I'm going to do is connect from Madrid to Stockholm in Sweden. I'm going to connect to another firewall. I'm going to use the other portal account that we have. So if I go back into services, here we're going to choose service key. We're going to create service key. I'm going to call this test one. We're going to give maybe a maximum of 1 gig of capacity. And then here we are going to say where the VLAN will be terminated. And I'm going to just choose VNIC one, which is data plane. Add the service key. And then we click copy. And then that is pretty much it. And now I'm going to jump into our production portal, which is here. And if I'll just do a filter on my account, which I've created this morning. And as you can see, it's DLR interaction and it's a FortiGate. I'm going to build the connection. And then while that is deploying, I'll just show you around the features of the portal. So here I'm in the MVE. I've chosen connection and I click enter service key. So it's worth calling out or reminding the audience that whoever consumes the key gets the bill from Megaport, so they will pay. So whoever enters the service key would then get the charge from Megaport for that capacity from the A end to the B end. Whoever creates the service key and sends it to the other account, they don't pay anything. So for now, we click on paste. An API call is made, it's valid, and the company is called Channel Demo 1. It's a gig, and we go the test. So we know we can do a maximum of a gig capacity, but for demo purposes, let's say we only need to test at 100 meg. When we're happy with that, we can increase that as well. I'm going to call this SK test. And here we're going to choose to connect. And for whatever reason, I'm going to choose LAN. And you probably wouldn't do that in reality because you have different security profiles. And then we're going to choose no minimum term. The service key is multi-use, so they can use it obviously multiple times. What it does mean is that if we click no term here, obviously the currency is krona. You can increase and decrease it up to the maximum of 1 gig. Obviously, nothing's stopping you connecting at, say, maybe we did this for, say, 200 meg. And then you choose a 3-year contract where what that means is that you cannot go below 200 meg. You can still burst above from 200 to 1 gig. That is done via a portal update, manual update, Terraform script or API. But for demo purposes, we'll just do that. We click next. We add the VXC, and then we click review order. Obviously, it validates, and then we're going to click order now. So this will start deploying a VLAN from Stockholm to Madrid in the other account. So this is really it. This is an NNI. This is how you would build and deliver interconnected services on the Megaport ecosystem. While it deploys, I thought I'd just jump into the portal, the dashboard. So this dashboard is obviously a lot busier than the dashboard we had in the other accounts. This is our production portal. It's a demo account, so it's got a lot of activity. And if we look here, there's all the services that are live in the US. And then obviously APAC, there's a lot of activity as well. And then obviously for Europe, we focus on Europe. Everything in black is where we have physical hardware deployed and we are delivering a service. And then everything in blue and green is where we have a live active service. And as you can see here, this is the service key test is connecting from, if I jump into Madrid, and that is the service. That's the connection in the channel account. That's what we call it, live tech drop-in. And then you can actually see the VLAN going up to Stockholm. And there's nothing more to it. That is literally as quick as it takes to deploy. Any questions, please get back to us. If you want more detail on how we deploy the services, please let us know. Obviously, in this case here, I've gone MVE to MVE, but that same key can also, well, not that physical key, but you can use a service key from an MVE and connect to a MCR. You can connect to a port. So you can connect to different types of services. You can go port to port, which is layer 2 to layer 2. That's it from my side. I hope that was worth it. Any questions, please let us know and look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.